Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, November 16th, 2020. I am Kayla Nicole 999. Welcome back to 90 Days to Recovery After Narcissistic Abuse. This is going to be day 3, and I'm actually super proud of myself for staying consistent with these videos because, I'm going to do all of these things, and I do for like a day or two, and then I stop. So consistency is something I need to work on, and we're getting there. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Thank you all for joining me here once again. So quick recap on yesterday. So on day 1, we started with a to-do list, and as you can see, I've still been doing it every single day, all 3 days. Yesterday on my to-do list was finish laundry. Almost done. I got the last load in the washer right now. Everything is put away, not just washed and dried. Super proud of myself for that. Got my kitchen cleaned. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's like no clutter back there at all. All of the dishes are done. They're not just done, they're put away too, which is not something I ever do. They sit in the dishwasher forever if you're me. And the third thing on my to-do list was shower and wash hair, which I did that yesterday. Haven't done it yet today, but I don't need to wash my hair today. I only wash my hair once a week. I will be showering, but I'm waiting until after I go for a jog, which I'm gonna do after this video. So let's talk real quick. How does showering and washing hair even get on my to-do list? Well, I told you about my depression and how I would just procrastinate and it would take me hours to motivate myself. How did I get there? Like, I never used to be the girl that couldn't shower. Excuse me, need a sip of coffee. And I started thinking back to my past, and I told you my mom is a narcissist. And for many years, I didn't know my mom was a narcissist. And narcissists love to play these little games with you to antagonize the fuck out of you and to make you feel like you're going crazy. So as I was an adult living with my mom, I would get up at a certain time to take a shower. And I would try to take my shower before my mom. And my mom, she has this thing, she has like this squeegee, and she wants you to squeegee out the shower. Well, my opinion on the squeegee is you do it after the last shower, right? If people are taking showers back to back, there's literally no point in taking the extra few minutes to squeegee after every shower. I mean, rinse out your bath water, rinse out all the soap and the suds, of course, in the tub. You don't have to squeegee the freaking tile after every shower. That's how I feel. Of course, my mom felt differently. So she used to get really mad at me for not squeegeeing the shower. So then she would try to get in the shower before me, which was fine, okay? But then I would try to adjust my times because I didn't know when she was taking a shower. So I would try to adjust my times to take a shower so I could get up and go to work. And so I really thought I was crazy, but I would start adjusting my alarms to get up at different times so I could shower. Well, my mom would then literally change what time she was taking a shower. I would take a shower for like a day or two, and then my mom would figure out what time I was getting up, and she would hop in the shower, and then I couldn't take a shower. And it got to the point where I didn't even have time to take showers in the morning because she was constantly adjusting her time to ensure that she was in the shower when I needed to get in the shower. And it was driving me crazy. So eventually I just stopped showering, and I started taking like my toothbrush, my toothpaste and the stuff, and I would literally go to a Walmart bathroom and I would get ready in the Walmart bathroom. Yeah, my life was great living with that woman. That's just one of the little things that, So anyway, narcissists will do these little things, and their intention is to antagonize the hell out of you because narcissists love to make your life a living hell. But they like to do it in such subtle ways that you honestly think you're going crazy and that it's all in your head and that nobody else would even consider it abuse half the time. Most narcissists will never actually, some do get physically abusive, but some just do these little antagonistic things to drive you crazy. So that's where my problems with showering started. And now here we are. I'm 36 and I'm fixing my life and trying to get myself to be able to shower every day because she drove me so crazy doing that I just stopped showering, and then it just became a habit. And then my depression exuberated it, And it just spiraled out of control. So it's not like I wasn't showering like for days and days. Well, when I was living with her, actually, yeah, there were days. There were like, 3, 4, 5 days in a row that I would literally have to like do a baby wipe bath in a freaking Walmart bathroom just to get clean. Pretty ridiculous. I could have showered at night, I guess, but by the time I got home, when I was living with her, I was so emotionally drained that I would just go into the bedroom and go to sleep because I couldn't deal with her. Anyway, moving on. So on my to-do list for today, we are going to start, well, I am going to start, but I encourage you to do the same. We're going to start listing 5 things we are grateful for every morning and every night before bed. Why? Because when we are recovering from abuse, trauma, depression, we forget what we're grateful for. I often got stuck in the mindset of I have nothing to be grateful for, which was bullshit. I have to change my way of thinking. The next thing is to cook. So I have a ton of food intolerances, and it's imperative that I meal prep every few days to have food prepared, because if I don't meal prep, then I don't have time to cook every day, and then I eat fast food, and then I end up getting incredibly sick, and then when I'm incredibly sick, I don't get the things done that I need to do, and again, it just spirals out of control. My next thing is clean the living room and the bedroom, which should actually be super, super easy. Dusting and vacuuming is really all there is to do. My kitchen is the only place, like my kitchen and my bathroom, they're the only place that get cluttered. And it's not even that they're necessarily dirty, they're just cluttered because I don't do the dishes, and my bathroom counter, I'm like one of those girls who just throws everything and it looks a mess, and then I'm embarrassed to have people come over, and it's really not a big deal, but I turn it into a big deal. So moving on, let's start with 5 things I'm grateful for, because I feel like we all get caught up in this, I don't have anything to be grateful for, my life is a mess, blah, blah, blah. Okay, your life is a mess. My life is a mess. My life is getting better, but my life has been a mess for 36 years. But I still have things to be grateful for. So the first thing that I am grateful for this apartment. I'm not homeless. I am not living on the streets. Just having this small, little, tiny 1-bedroom apartment is something to be incredibly grateful for. The next thing I'm grateful for my car. Not only does it provide me transportation, but it also gives me a way to make money, being a rideshare driver and a delivery driver. So I am incredibly grateful for my car. Number 3, I am grateful for my dog. I got this incredible 95-pound mix 7-year-old puppy. Technically, he's like a senior dog, but he's still totally a puppy. He has puppy energy. He's a rescue dog. I am all about adopt, don't shop. There are so many dogs out there that need homes. I got him as a 10-month-old puppy. He was wild. He was crazy. He was out of control. He was 75 pounds when I adopted him with absolutely no training. He was a holy terror. He destroyed my life, my apartment. I was going crazy. I didn't know how to handle him. I actually wanted to be a dog trainer at the time because I never had a problem training dogs. And then I got this holy terror puppy that I couldn't even train. And we ended up going through like 5 different dog trainers. And I had success with some. Others were complete failures, and I'm mad at myself for even going to them, but it was a lesson that I needed to learn, and I moved on. Anyway, I still had to actually figure out my own ways to train him, but now he is like the most perfect dog you could ever ask for. It took a really long time. It was one of those things like you would get one problem solved, and then another new problem would just appear out of nowhere, and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? That's a story for another day, but I am incredibly grateful for my dog. Number 4, I am grateful that although it's November 16th, it is a fucking beautiful day outside where I live. It's like sunny and gorgeous, and it's gonna be in the 60s today. And I am so thankful for this warm weather because seasonal depression is a thing, and I don't feel like I suffer from it often because I live in a state that stays so sunny even during the winter. So I am super grateful for these beautiful sunny days. And number 5, grateful for coffee. I don't even want to think what life would be like without coffee, you guys. So, okay, those are my 5 things I'm grateful for. This morning, I just wanted to do that so I can show you how easy it is. Yeah, sometimes it gets a little bit hard. You saw me hesitate on number 5, but there's always something to be grateful for. Start focusing on what you're grateful for instead of focusing on your problems. You know, I'm a very spiritual person. I am all about manifesting. And when you focus on the negative, you guys, you're going to attract more negative stuff into your life. So you got to start turning those thoughts around. Anyway, so moving on, let's talk about how my life is progressing. Literally in 3 days, oh my God, my life is incredible. I'm off Facebook. I'm off Facebook because I'm in Facebook jail for 30 days over a stupid joke that I posted, and because Facebook literally cannot comprehend their own community guidelines, which is utterly ridiculous to me. But whatever, I'm done with Facebook. I'm literally done with Facebook. I'm moving away from Instagram too. The only platform that I'm really sticking on that Facebook owns is YouTube. Why? Because I have the opportunity to eventually make money once I get enough subscribers and enough watch time, which is going to be really, really hard. I am nowhere near there yet. I actually lost a subscriber yesterday, probably because I'm not focusing just all on sex work, but I'm going to do an update video about why my channel is changing. And I am still going to make videos about sex work. But I'm just going to, you know, I had this idea to do all of these different videos, and they were all on different topics, which would have required me creating a bunch of different channels, which is literally just too much work for me. I don't have the ability to do it right now. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy, and I need to stop doing too much. So anyway, more on that in another video because that's just a whole separate video. But to my subscribers that are staying with me, thank you all. Much love to you all. I appreciate it. So I'm staying on YouTube, and then the other social network that I'm using is MeWe, which is a new one, and I don't spend a lot of time on there currently because I don't really have a lot of friends on there, but oh my gosh, it's freeing. You guys, if you can get away from social media, get away. It's running your life. It is literally running your life. I am so thankful that I'm in Facebook jail. Like, I wasted so much fucking time on social media. I wasn't getting shit done. So I'm glad to be off of it. Okay, so moving on. What are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about some unhealthy coping mechanisms, like procrastinating on Facebook when you got shit to do. So after you've dealt with, you know, trauma, abuse, narcissistic abuse, we develop a lot of unhealthy coping mechanisms, and some of them we don't even think are unhealthy, like wasting too much time on Facebook. We don't really get that how unhealthy it is, but then you get off of it and you realize how much time you wasted and how much more productive you are when you're not on Facebook, and you're like, holy shit, what the fuck was I doing with my life? It is what it is. You know what? I needed to cope for the last few years. So, you know, but now I'm moving on because I need to fix my life. Another unhealthy coping mechanism is toxic positivity, which is avoiding anything that isn't positive. That means your emotions. That means other people's emotions. Don't do that, you guys. Toxic positivity, it's not helping you to heal. It is literally not helping you to heal. I literally refuse to spend time with people who want me to be positive all the time. I'm sorry, but if you can't deal with me, and all of my emotions, and you're gonna tell me to suck it up and be happy when I am having real problems, then I'm just not gonna be around you, okay? I've had so many people in my life that would literally dump all of their problems on me, but then they wanted me to be happy all the time, and when I had problems, they didn't even want to listen to me. You know, that girl who hates me that's been stalking me for 2 years, she was one of them. Literally in the last text conversation that we had on Facebook Messenger, and yes, I still have all of these messages, she literally said, don't come to me with the problems. I don't want to hear about your problems. And then she turned around and dumped all of her problems on me. No, 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 no. I put up with that shit for too long. I'm not doing it anymore. I am not gonna be your fucking therapist if you can't even be there for me. It don't work that way. It's not all take, 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 take. Fuck that. Those are fake friends. Don't deal with it. So start embracing all of your emotions, even the negative ones. Start embracing your problems. Start looking at problems as lessons that you need to learn. Okay? Get out of that why is this happening to me mindset. I was stuck in that mindset forever. And you know what? I was never moving forward because I was stuck in that mindset. So instead, I started having to say, hey, you know what? This really fucking sucks. I just spent $2,100 on fixing my car, and now, like a month later, I'm having more car issues. This fucking sucks. However, I'm gonna figure out a way to solve these problems. I don't have the money to fix this stuff right now, but I'm gonna figure it out. And guess what? I did. So, life is about overcoming your problems, not staying stuck in the fuck this, fuck me, fuck my life. You're only attracting more negativity to you if you get stuck there. What are some other unhealthy coping mechanisms? Procrastination, romanticizing the past, catastrophizing. That is something I do all the time, and I'm really trying to break that habit. Like before anything bad happens, I'm like sitting there thinking about all of the bad shit that could happen, and I'm like, nope, I don't want to do this because this and this and this and this could possibly happen, and then I don't do it. And then I manifest all kinds of negative things into my life because I'm focusing on the negative. So now, again, I've had to break that bad habit and say, you know what? I'm going to face my fears and I'm just going to do it because you know what? It could turn out great. And if it doesn't turn out great, well, then it was just another lesson and I'm going to move the fuck on with my life. But let's talk about some unhealthy coping mechanisms that people don't necessarily talk about. Like random sex with strangers that makes you feel like shit afterwards. Yeah, I used to do that. But guess what? I stopped doing it. Why? Because it made me feel like shit. After I got my heart broken by that guy because his ex-girlfriend can't stand the fact that him and I were together because her and I were once upon a time friends, I went out and I tried having drunken random sex with people. And every morning, it was only a few people, but every morning afterwards, I woke up feeling like shit and I woke up hating myself. And I finally said, why the fuck am I doing this? And it was because I was trying to make myself feel better. But it wasn't working. So I am going on almost 2 full years without sex, you guys. I haven't even let another human kiss me in almost 2 years. January 8th or something like that. I don't even remember. I don't know. Like, it's on there on Facebook. I only remember because it was the night that one of my favorite clubs was closing down. Anyway, of 2019. Yeah, that's the last time I let a person touch me in a sexual way. And I am not going to let a person touch me in a sexual way again until I find somebody that I actually want to be with. And at this point in my life, I need to be single. I need to fix myself. I'm not going to be able to fix myself in a new relationship. So, it is what it is. And you can't use other humans to fill a void. It doesn't work. What are some other unhealthy coping mechanisms? Bottling up your emotions. Stop doing it. Find a way, a healthy way to release your emotions. Whether that's therapy, whether it's writing, whether it's channeling that energy into arts and crafts. I don't know. What works for me is rage writing. People don't like it, but guess what? It's my life, not theirs. Okay, another unhealthy coping mechanism that people don't talk about is going to be drugs and alcohol. You have a bad day and what do? You go and you pick up a fucking shot or a beer or whatever and you say you're just gonna have one drink, but the next thing you know, you're fucking blacked out drunk. At least that used to be me. It's not me anymore though. I rarely drink. Rarely ever do I drink. And when I do, it's not even enough to get drunk anymore. I used to be a drug addict. Why was I a drug addict? Because the drugs were numbing my feelings. I don't think there's anything bad about drug addicts. I'm not going to sit here and trash drug addicts, Drug addicts are just people who are incredibly hurt and they're trying to use the drugs to numb their feelings so they don't have to feel the pain anymore. I personally think drugs should be legalized. People should not be incarcerated for putting substances into their own body. Let's lock up the violent offenders, not the drug users. You know, Portugal decriminalized all drugs. Go do your own research. I'm not here to do the research for you guys, but it had extremely positive effects. You don't have to like my opinion, but we're gonna just have to agree to disagree on certain topics. So drugs and alcohol. What is another unhealthy coping mechanism I swear I had another one that was there. Let's see, there's sex with random strangers. There is the drugs and alcohol. This isn't one that people don't talk about, but we're going to go with it. Isolation. Now, for me, I isolate, and it's actually incredibly healthy for myself. I need to get away from people. But some people who are incredibly social beings literally isolate, and then it just ends up causing them to be more depressed. Okay, for me, I'm an extroverted introvert, which is hard to explain, but you get the gist. Anyway, so isolation can actually be incredibly recharging for me. But if you're a social person and you're just avoiding people, stop doing it, okay? Get out there and be social again. I had to find ways to be social, which for me is making these videos and being on social media and talking to my passengers that I don't want to talk to when I'm having a really bad day, but I do it anyway. So yes, stop isolating, guys. Healthy coping mechanisms. That's going to be a topic for another video. Today we're just talking about the negative ones. But I encourage you to find some healthy coping mechanisms. One could be the 5 things you're grateful for. Okay, but yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. It's already longer than I planned. So we are going to close on the unhealthy coping mechanisms. As far as I'm going, like, my life is getting better and better, like literally in just 3 days. Like, I'm getting things done that I never thought I could get done. I'm making them habits. I made some adult content yesterday for the first time in a really long time. I haven't had energy to do that. So I did everything on my to-do list. Plus I worked one of my regular jobs. Plus I made that adult content. So, yay me. Tell me what you're doing. What are you doing? Like, what unhealthy coping mechanisms do you tend to turn to when you're upset, especially due to narcissistic abuse? What are you doing? And let me know what some positive coping mechanisms are. We're going to discuss that in the next video. So until then, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is, where you are watching me. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, please be sure to give me that thumbs down. Let me know in the comment sections what you didn't like. If you just want to chat with me, then please leave me a comment, say hi. And if you want to stay connected with me, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And I will be checking in with you all tomorrow. I am probably going to link to another one of Angie Atkinson's videos because she did so much research. She's incredibly knowledgeable on narcissists and narcissistic abuse, and she's just great. Her videos have helped me immensely. She has absolutely no clue that I'm linking to her videos. Her and I do not know each other in person whatsoever. She's just somebody that I found on YouTube that has helped me so much in my recovery process. So until tomorrow, have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye, loves.